Imagine standing on the edge of a vibrant jungle, the air thick with the scent of wildflowers and earth, surrounded by a cacophony of sounds from unseen creatures. Suddenly, drums begin to echo through the trees, a rhythmic pulse that calls out to something deep within you. As you step closer, you see a group of men and women adorned in intricate and colorful garments, their faces painted in vivid hues. They're preparing for a ritual that might seem strange or even unfathomable to an outsider. But to them, this is more than just a performance, it's a deep-seated tradition, an essential part of their identity, their connection to the past, and their hopes for the future. This scene raises an intriguing question: what drives people to engage in rituals that the average person might deem odd or peculiar? Throughout history, cultures across the globe have developed rituals that often perplex outsiders. These practices may involve dancing, chanting, offerings, or even sacrifices. So, why do these diverse peoples engage in such activities? The answer lies in their deep-seated beliefs, their need to belong, and their desire to connect with something greater than themselves. By continuing with me on this journey, you will uncover the strangest rituals from cultures around the world and the fascinating insights they reveal about humanity itself. As we set off, let's first transport ourselves to the heart of India, where we encounter a ritual that blends spirituality with an intimate community bond, the Kumbh Mela. Every 12 years, millions of devout Hindus converge on the banks of sacred rivers for this astonishing gathering, considered one of the largest human congregations on earth. Would you believe that over 120 million people can attend? Their purpose? To immerse themselves in the rejuvenating waters, purifying their souls and cleansing themselves of sins. But it's not just about the water. Yes, the ritual bathing is symbolic of spiritual rebirth, but it's also a magnificent display of unity. Picture the colorful tents housing families, groups of friends, and strangers sharing stories around crackling campfires. As you listen, you realize that beneath the surface of this seemingly bizarre event lies a powerful testament to the human need for connection and redemption. What drives so many to take part in such an overwhelming tradition? The answer beckons as we move across the world to Africa, where we find the Dogon people of Mali performing the spectacular Dama at the death of a notable elder. This ritual, accentuated by elaborate masks and spirited dances, aims to celebrate life and allow the deceased's spirit to transition into the next world. The colors and movements capture the essence of the community's culture and beliefs, creating a powerful spectacle that, while steeped in grief, is ultimately a celebration of life itself. What's more surprising is that this ritual occurs only once every few years and involves extensive preparation, including crafting elaborate masks that symbolize deities or ancestral spirits. This commitment showcases how deeply they value their tradition, an expression of their identity and their bond with the cosmos. Did you know that rituals often carry generational wisdom, passing insights down through the ages? Take, for example, the fascinating practice of sky burials in Tibet. Instead of traditional burial or cremation, the deceased are dismembered and left atop large mountains for vultures to feast upon. It may sound shocking, but this practice stems from a profound respect for nature and the belief in the cycle of life and death. The Tibetans view this act not as a macabre event but as a final gift to the environment and a way to liberate the spirit from its earthly bonds. In this way, the ritual serves multiple purposes, honoring the deceased, respecting nature, and fostering a communal understanding of life's transient nature. This places us in a delicate space between the earthly and the divine, and as we dive deeper into such customs, you might wonder, how do these practices shape a community's worldview? The intricate rituals that play out during El Dia de los Muertos in Mexico offer a vivid glimpse into this question. Celebrated annually on November 1st and 2nd, this holiday brings families together to honor their deceased loved ones. Picture cemeteries alive with color, where families create altars filled with symbolic offerings such as marigolds, sugar skulls, and the favorite foods of the departed. Participating in this celebration not only helps families confront their grief but also strengthens their connections to both the living and the dead. Far from being a sorrowful occasion, Dia de los Muertos is a joyous affirmation of life, reflecting the cultural belief that death is a natural part of existence rather than something to fear. Each element, be it the vibrant decorations, the songs sung, or the stories shared, forms threads that weave together individual histories into a rich communal tapestry. As we journey onward, let's discover a more bizarre yet equally compelling ritual from the island of Java, Indonesia, called the Punggawa, a ritual that showcases an extraordinary connection between humans and animals. During this unique ceremony, Javanese farmers celebrate the annual rice harvest by dressing their cows, often adorning them with flowers, jewelry, and vibrant paints. Once dressed, these animals are paraded through the streets in what can only be described as a festive competition. But what drives this strange yet mesmerizing practice? For the Javanese, cows symbolize prosperity and fertility. The ritual is a way of expressing gratitude to the animals that help sustain their livelihoods. You might be surprised to learn that this practice not only fosters community spirit but also embodies a profound relationship with the environment, emphasizing the importance of all living beings in the agricultural cycle. Now, through this exploration, we begin to uncover an essential notion: rituals serve as powerful narratives that tell us who we are and where we come from. But what happens when these rituals occur within a framework that seems contradictory to their essential meanings? Consider the sacred tradition of Santeria in Cuba, a religious practice that blends African spiritual beliefs with elements of Catholicism. At the heart of Santeria lies a deep reverence for orishas, the deified spirits representing various aspects of nature and human experience. Rituals often involve music, dance, and offerings, but some can take on a more controversial side, with certain practices involving blood sacrifices. Here's something that might surprise you: followers view these sacrifices as necessary acts of devotion, a way to seek blessings or guidance from their orishas. This complex interplay of faith, culture, and practice raises fascinating questions about morality and belief systems. Are the sacrifices merely a spiritual means to an end, or do they reveal something deeper about the human condition? The answers may neither be clear nor easy, but could lead us toward understanding the very core of what it means to be human, an intricate web of desires, fears, and connections. In exploring these rituals, it's important to consider the social implications that often accompany them. Take, for instance, the peculiar egg-tossing festival in Poland, celebrated on the Monday after Easter. During this interactive celebration, villagers gather to hurl decorated eggs at one another in a spirited display of joy and playfulness. What might seem like a whimsical pastime on the surface actually serves as a reaffirmation of community and the joys of spring. In the context of Polish culture, the egg is a potent symbol of new beginnings, fertility, and resurrection, a fitting metaphor in the wake of winter's end. Encountering such oddities, one might wonder, how do these traditions evolve while maintaining their core meanings? For a deeper perspective, let's shift our focus to the ritual of the Chichén Itzá Mayan pilgrimage in Mexico. Every spring and fall equinox, thousands of visitors congregate around the Pyramid of Kukulkan to witness the fascinating light and shadow phenomenon that resembles a serpent slithering down the pyramid steps. This mesmerizing event symbolizes the profound connection between the earth and celestial phenomena, reflecting the Mayans' sophisticated understanding of astronomy. Participants are brought together not only by this awe-inspiring display but also by a shared appreciation for their ancestral heritage and its relevance to the present. It begs the question, how does our understanding of nature shape our beliefs and practices? As we continue on this journey of uncovering rituals, let's not overlook the riveting phenomenon known as kintsugi in Japan. This age-old practice of repairing broken pottery with lacquer mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum transcends mere aesthetics. It embodies a philosophy of embracing flaws and imperfections. Each repaired piece tells a story, transforming scars into a testament of resilience. In celebrating brokenness, those who engage in this ritual embody a deep respect for the journey of life. You might be surprised to find that this principle resonates with many rituals around the globe, pointing toward a universal truth, that life, with all its fractures, holds beauty and significance. And what would a conversation about strange rituals be without examining the peculiar festivals around the globe that ignite curiosity and wonder? Take the famous La Tomatina in Spain, where participants join in a massive tomato-throwing fiesta. What was once a simple act of youthful rebellion has transformed into a world-renowned event, bringing people together in shared joy and a shared experience of silliness. What is it about throwing tomatoes that unites people? The answer lies in the laughter and merriment, the cathartic release from the mundane, and the connections forged through spontaneous celebration. It's a reminder that while some rituals may seem strange on the surface, they fulfill an essential need for community, joy, and human connection. As we explore these enthralling customs from cultures worldwide, I hope you feel the threads of human experience weaving through them: unity, devotion, celebration, and resilience. Each story highlights humanity's extraordinary ability to find meaning in the strangest of practices. As we pause here, we've only just skimmed the surface of these rituals and the captivating worlds they represent. There's still so much more to uncover: the hidden meanings, the astonishing customs, and perhaps some truths about ourselves. Join me in the next part where we'll delve even deeper into these strange rituals, revealing more astonishing practices from across the globe. What you'll discover next might just change your perspective on the very essence of humanity. As we continue our journey, let's transition to the islands of the South Pacific and explore a ritual steeped in tradition among the Maori people of New Zealand, the haka. This powerful ceremonial dance serves many purposes, from welcoming guests to expressing collective strength during significant occasions. The energy is palpable as the performers, often assembled in a line or a semicircle, stomp their feet, chant in unison, and perform vigorous hand movements, all while displaying strong facial expressions that convey emotion and determination. What's fascinating about the haka is that it can be both a display of warlike fierce reputation and a symbol of unity and community resilience. Many people may associate it with rugby matches, where the All Blacks, New Zealand's national rugby team, perform the haka before a game. However, its roots extend deep into Maori culture, where it serves as a means of storytelling, honoring ancestors, and maintaining cultural identity. To witness a haka is to understand the profound sense of pride and belonging embedded in this age-old practice. What drives this collective display of emotion? The haka encapsulates the very essence of being part of a tribe, a testimony to shared history and values that transcend generations. Moving farther east, we find ourselves in the heart of Japan during the vibrant and energetic Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, a festival that elegance and excitement interlace. Spanning the entire month of July, this renowned celebration includes parades of elaborate floats adorned with intricate tapestries and lanterns, all dedicated to appeasing the gods through offerings and gratitude. As you take in the sights, sounds, and scents of traditional foods cooking on street stalls, the atmosphere buzzes with both anticipation and reverence. But here's something surprising: the origins of Gion Matsuri can be traced back to a major epidemic in the 9th century, where local communities performed rituals and purifications in hopes of warding off calamities. Over time, what began as a desperate plea transformed into a dynamic celebration marked by creativity and artistry, highlighting the Japanese ability to adapt and find beauty in adversity. The resilience of cultural practices like this challenges us to think about how collective reaction can morph a situation into a celebration of life. As we venture back to the continent, we find ourselves in the land of Ethiopia, where the Sidama people perform a mesmerizing ritual known as the shaka during community celebrations. Often involving music, dancing, and food, this ceremony acts as a rite of passage for young people transitioning into adulthood. The Sidama community gathers, cooking vast amounts of food and sharing stories, embodying what it means to come together as a family and society. This ritual places immense emphasis on social cohesion. New adults are honored with blessings from the elders, symbolizing the transfer of wisdom and responsibility to the next generation. It serves not only as a celebration of life's milestones but also as a poignant reminder of the threads connecting one generation to the next. Next, let's journey to the indigenous cultures of North America, where the powwow brings communities together through dance, music, and storytelling. These vibrant celebrations occur throughout the year, showcasing traditional songs, regalia, and competitive dancing that include various styles from different tribes. What may appear as a mere celebration transcends into a multifaceted event where cultural identity, history, and contemporary issues converge. While participants and spectators engage in the lively atmosphere, the collective experience reflects a commitment to preserving heritage, fostering unity, and raising awareness of the ongoing challenges faced by indigenous communities. Every beat of the drum reverberates not just through their bodies but through their history, invoking pride, resilience, and a shared future. Continuing our exploration, let's journey to South America, where the indigenous peoples of the Andes, specifically the Quechua, participate in a ritual known as Inti Raymi, or the Festival of the Sun. Celebrated annually on June 24th, this festival honors Inti, the Incan sun god, and reflects a deep connection to agriculture, life, and the cosmos. Imagine the vibrant colors of participants dressed in traditional garments, performing dances and rituals designed to invoke favor from the sun, which reigns supreme over their agricultural practices. The festival not only marks the winter solstice but also signifies the beginning of the crop-growing season. Did you know that more than 100,000 people gather to witness this spirited event, which has linked the ancient with the modern, fostering community pride and spiritual connections? The essence of Inti Raymi reveals that, even today, the circularity of life, birth, growth, and renewal remains central to the Quechua culture, preserving their values and beliefs against the tides of modernity. What does it mean to preserve and adapt traditions in a rapidly changing world? To answer this question, we can turn our attention to the eclectic region of southern India, where the colorful festival of Pongal celebrates the harvest and honors the sun and rain. Participants showcase their gratitude through the preparation of luscious dishes made from newly harvested rice, traditionally cooked in the sun. You might be surprised to learn that during this time, families gather, decorate their homes with vibrant columns, rice powder designs, and hold social celebrations that emphasize unity and thanksgiving. The practice of sharing food, a quintessential part of many rituals, solidifies bonds within the community and ensures the transmission of age-old agricultural wisdom. As we traverse diverse cultures and practices, one truth emerges: rituals act as methodologies for communities to negotiate their relationship with the world around them. They allow participants to find meaning amid chaos or simplicity, bridging the gap between the sacred and the mundane. In fact, some of these traditions have been challenged by external pressures but continue to thrive, demonstrating an adaptive resilience that reflects the human spirit. Shifting focus once again, let's venture to Bhutan, where the unique practice of Tsechu, an annual religious festival, combines spiritual reverence with theatrical displays. During Tsechu, vibrant masked dances are performed, each carrying a narrative rooted in Buddhist teachings and legends. Surrounded by breathtaking Himalayan landscapes, participants don elaborate costumes while performing sacred rituals aimed at generating merit and purifying environments. You may find it surprising that this festival brings together entire communities, not just religious devotees but everyone in the area, exemplifying how rituals can integrate everyone regardless of their beliefs. The Tsechu serves as a powerful reminder that spirituality exists in many forms, and that collective participation can offer healing and understanding in a complex world. As we examine these diverse practices, it's essential to remember that with every ritual comes a narrative, a story passed through generations that hold wisdom, identity, and connection. Now, let's not forget the famous Holi festival in India, where communities throw vibrantly colored powders at one another, celebrating the arrival of spring and the triumph of good over evil. Initially rooted in Hindu mythology, this exuberant event has evolved into a worldwide symbol of joy and harmony. Did you know that during Holi, societal barriers dissolve as people of all backgrounds come together to partake in this rite of colors? In the spirit of the occasion, people engage in singing, dancing, and sharing food, fostering an atmosphere of unity and joy. Holi serves as a beautiful reflection of how, through celebration, people can forge connections that transcend preconceived divisions. As we draw nearer to the conclusion of our ritualistic journey, imagine the captivating performances of the flamenco in Spain, a cultural expression that combines music, dance, and emotion, representing the heart of Andalusian culture. Though often seen as entertainment, flamenco transcends mere performance. It is a deeply felt expression of identity stemming from centuries of history, suffering, and resilience. Authentic flamenco performances often draw on stories of separation, longing, and community, embodying an emotional catharsis that resonates with audiences. This interplay of music and movement allows individuals to engage in a dialogue about their shared experiences, bridging personal and collective narratives through the power of art. As we conclude this exploration of the peculiar and profound rituals that punctuate human existence, we must reflect on the lessons they impart. Far from being relics lost to time, these rituals are living expressions of community, transcending cultural boundaries and individual perceptions. In a world that often feels fragmented, these traditions stand as a reminder of our shared humanity, the ways we cope with change, and our universal quest for connection and meaning. Each ritual we explored reveals a tapestry rich in history, emotional resonance, and cultural significance, urging us to embrace the diversity of the human experience. Ultimately, the strangest of rituals illustrate one prevalent truth: they forge bonds, provide comfort, and inspire awe. As we partake in this adventure of discovery, we recognize that we are all part of something greater, united through our desire to celebrate life, confront the inevitable, and weave narratives rooted in our origins, aspirations, and connections. Join me in continuing to delve deeper into the remarkable tapestry of human practices. What other rituals await discovery, and what depths might they unlock about ourselves and the world around us? The journey is far from over, and there remain many threads to unravel and stories to unveil. Thank you for traveling with me through these fascinating customs, each whispering echoes of our shared human spirit.